Hey, Samuel. Long time no see. We haven't talked in 2 years, right? What? Is that you, Leo? Long time no see. How are you? Doing fine, I guess. I was worried because I was suddenly not able to contact you anymore. Even if I asked Mom about it, she would just kind of brush it off. We live so far apart as well, so it's hard to just go and visit you. Yep. So that's what was happening. What? Did something happen? Well, you see, for some reason you were blocked on my account and I was unable to contact you all this time. Even your phone number was blocked for some reason. Huh? Why? I don't know either. I thought that I must have made some sort of mistakes when messing around with the settings, but I really don't remember anything. I see. Anyways, sorry for not being able to contact you for 2 years. Well, I guess it can't be helped. I'm just glad you weren't purposely ignoring me. Tell me about it when you find out what happened, alright? Sorry. So, is there something you need to tell me? Yeah, to be honest, I'm sorry about what I have to tell you now. Something you're going to be pretty shocked by, so I want you to mentally prepare yourself. Alright, what is it? I'm going to be getting married, so I can't give you the $3,500 every month anymore. Huh? I mean, I know it's a bit late for me to get married, but I am already 45 after all. But my girlfriend is a single mother who works for me at the company, which means that if I were to marry her, I would suddenly become the father of 2 8-year-old twins. I'm really sorry, but I'm going to have to prioritize other things from now on, so I won't be able to give you money every month. Oh, and one more thing. I'm going to say this to you for my sake and for your sake as well. It's embarrassing that my brother is unemployed, so please just get a job. I wonder what my girlfriend would think. What are you talking about? Please, I'm begging you. Hold on, Leo. But I'm the one who's getting married, and I'm the one who's sending you money every month. Huh? I'm the one who sends you $3,500 every month, and I'm the one who's getting married. Wait, you're getting married? But you're 34 and still unemployed. Aren't you the one that's 45 and unemployed? Huh? Huh? Hold on. I feel like we're... Yep, it seems the two of us aren't on the same page. Why don't we first talk about what's happening in our lives? Good idea. You first. Just like I said earlier, I'm currently dating a single mother who works for me at my job, and I'm going to marry her soon. When I marry her, I'll also become the father of her 8-year-old twins. Hold on. So what you're saying is you have a job and actually earn money? Yeah, of course. But Mom told me that you stopped going to work and are now just staying in your room all day. The company I work for started encouraging its employees to work from home. I now just go to the office a few times each month. Oh, and 5 years ago, the company started allowing its employees to undertake side jobs, and I earn income from that now as well. I see, so that's what was happening. Okay, tell me about your life now. All right. Oh, sorry, can you hold on for a bit? What's the matter? I got a text from Mom. She gets mad if I don't reply immediately. So, could you wait for a bit? Got it.
Hello, Samuel. There's a favor I need to ask of you.
Hi, Mother. What is it?
Well, I'm really sorry, but you're going to send your brother money the day after tomorrow, right? I was wondering if you could send a bit extra.
Why? I feel that $3,500 each month is enough to support the two of you.
To tell you the truth, your brother spent hundreds of dollars on a video game, and now we don't have enough money for food. Just a little bit's enough, $4,000. Actually, $3,800 is enough. Can I count on you?
I can't really reply immediately. Could you wait until tomorrow?
I see. It can't be helped, I guess. I understand. Reply as soon as possible, okay?
I'm back, Leo. Hey, what did Mom say? She told me to give you guys even more money this month. Huh? She says that you spent hundreds of dollars on a video game and now you two don't have enough money to buy food. What? I'm the kind of person who doesn't buy in-game currency, so I don't know what she's talking about. Anyways, why is she asking you for money in the first place? It seems Mom isn't on the same page as well. What the hell is going on? Oh, I didn't tell Mom that I was texting you, so try not to tell her as well. Oh yeah, this is getting messy, and I have a feeling that that's for the best. Okay, so let's continue our conversation. About me now. Okay, continue, please. I work from home now. Up until 3 years ago, I was a regular office worker, but my side job started making more money than my main job, so I decided to quit my job at the office and do that instead. What kind of job is it? I make gameplay videos on YouTube. I don't show my face, though. I see. That is a unique job, but I guess it pays well, huh? Mom said that Samuel just plays games all day and shuts himself in his room. You were always good at games, right? I'm convinced. Oh, and one more thing. If you have me blocked, you don't know this as well, I guess. I moved to Tokyo 2 days ago. What? Tokyo? You lived in M Prefecture before, right? Yep. I was assigned there when I was an office worker and kept living in the same apartment even after I quit. But my girlfriend who I used to work with was moved to the headquarters located in Tokyo. We were planning on getting married anyway, so I took this opportunity to move in with her in her new apartment in Tokyo. So does that mean you haven't married yet, but you're living with Mom and your girlfriend? Huh? No, Mom opposed me dating my girlfriend, so I didn't even tell her about me moving to Tokyo. Why did you think I was living with Mom? Mom lives with you, right? What? 2 years ago when she and Dad got divorced, she moved in with you, right? No, you're the one who lives with her, right? No, I live on my own in an apartment near my office. Huh? So this means that I thought you were living with Mom and you thought I was living with Mom? If neither of us have been lying until now, then I guess that's what it means. Then where's Mom living? Speaking of which, the stuff about you giving me money was strange as well. Mom has been asking me to give you two money every month since you didn't have a job. Me too. She told me to give you two money since you were now unemployed and just stayed in your room all day. Seriously? Where do you put the money, Leo? At a bank account Mom owns at C Bank. I heard she's been using it since before she married Dad. That's where I put the money as well. Hold on, brother. Does this mean that... Yep, Mom is really suspicious right now. I'll ask Dad about it. What? Dad? I heard from Mom that they got divorced because Dad cheated on her and he's been distant ever since. Oh yeah, she told me that too. But Dad didn't say anything about it and just entered a facility for the elderly in his hometown, right? I felt that the way he acted during those last few days I saw him was a bit strange. I see. Hold on for a bit. I'll try to contact Dad. Got it.
Hello, Samuel. Did you send the money yet? It's already past the day you're supposed to send it to us. Like I told you a few days earlier, the two of us are going to be in big trouble unless you send us a bit extra. I'd be glad if you sent it by today. I'm counting on you, all right? Leo, did you send the $3,500 yet? If you don't send us the money soon, we won't be able to buy food anymore. You see, Samuel wasted our money again and spent a ton of money on his video games. I'd be glad if you sent it by today. I'm counting on you, all right?
So you asked Samuel to send you a bit of extra money because I had spent hundreds of dollars on games, but it's fine if I pay the regular $3,500?
Huh?
I guess he'd be able to manage it though, since apparently he's succeeding as a YouTuber.
Leo, what are you talking about?
It doesn't matter, I guess, because you're not going to fool me or Samuel ever again.
Hold on. Don't tell me that.
You're the one who blocked Samuel on my phone, right? I wanted to contact Samuel, so I tried a lot of things, which is when I noticed that for some reason, he was set to blocked on my phone. You did that so we couldn't contact each other, allowing you to ask us to give you money every month, right?
What are you talking about? There's no way I would do such a thing.
I met with Dad.
What?
I know about everything. He said you two got divorced, not because he cheated on you, but because you cheated on him. Apparently, he was able to divorce you on the condition that he wouldn't tell us about your adultery. But he didn't think that you would lie and tell us that you two got divorced because he was the one who cheated on you. And if that's the case, then I'll tell you everything, he said.
That man, to think he would break a promise.
You did something much worse than breaking a promise, Mother. Since when were me and Samuel unemployed? The $3,500 we sent you every month, that's $7,000 each month. What or who did you spend it on?
Well...
Pascal Gardillo, age 65. He's the man you cheated on Dad with and the man you're living with currently, right? Even if there were lies. It was after you had divorced Dad, and I have no intention of making love an age thing. But in order to support yourself and this other man, since he wasn't old enough to receive a pension yet, and also to ensure a life of luxury in retirement, you lied to your sons and stole $7,000 from them every month. Me and Samuel won't be able to just forgive this, don't you think?
But both of us are now in our late 60s. It would have been hard for us to find jobs. Which is why I thought I would get you two to help me.
Then you should have just told us to give you money and not set up this elaborate scheme. If you had asked us, who knows? It probably wouldn't have been much money, but I think we would have given you the bare minimum at least. I mean, we probably would have made you break up with Pascal, though. At least you wouldn't have had to steal money from your children like this.
Then I'll break up with Pascal, so don't stop giving me money.
You fooled us once. How am I supposed to know you won't fool me again?
You can let me live with you, or maybe Samuel.
Sorry, that's impossible now.
Why?
Both me and Samuel are getting married.
You're getting married? I get Samuel, but you too?
I get what you're trying to say. When I was in my 30s, I was told by my doctor that I was infertile. And that's what ruined my previous engagement. She wanted a child no matter what. Which is why I had given up trying to get married, but there showed up a person who said that they didn't care if I was infertile. I need to support my family from now on, so I won't be able to give you any more money. It's the same with Samuel.
If that's the case, then just get your wife to get a job.
You don't have a say in such matters, so stop already.
But
I feel like even if we continue talking, we'll just be repeating ourselves, so I'll just tell you our decision. Me and Samuel aren't going to be giving you money anymore.
What?
I don't know where you're living right now, and I don't bother to find out. It's up to you where you get the money from now on.
But if you do that, I won't be able to get by anymore.
You receive a pension, right? If that's not enough, then there are places that will help you find a job.
Please, I'm begging you. It's fine if it's not as much as it used to be. Just give me money. Both you and Samuel make a lot of money, so it should be easy for you too.
Will you not understand unless I tell it to you directly?
What?
You disgust us, Mother.
Huh?
Consider the money we sent you up until now as our payoff money. You don't have to give it back, but don't ever talk to us again.
Hold on.
Bye.
Wait. Samuel, you're not like your brother Leo, right? You won't throw me away, right?
Mother?
Samuel! The money each month. It's fine if it's not as much as it used to be. Just continue giving me money, all right? Maybe $1,000 per month. I asked your brother, but he said he wouldn't give it to me.
I moved, so.
What? You didn't tell me.
Bye.
Samuel! Samuel! Please, I'm begging you. Don't you feel sorry for your mother?
Apparently, Mother went to my old apartment in M Prefecture after that. She needed to make sure that I had actually moved, so she threw a tantrum in front of my door, screaming and banging. The current owner came home during this, and he called the cops on her. Lucky for her, she got off with only a warning. Next, she went to my brother's house. It's really far away from my house in M Prefecture. In fact, it's 400 kilometers away in K Prefecture. And it takes a whole day to get there. But apparently she had nowhere to go since she had Pascal, after she and Pascal broke up after a fight over her not receiving money from us anymore. Meaning that she was also just wandering around looking for a place to live. Leo guessed that she might do this, so he immediately cut his residence contract there and moved in with his girlfriend. After wandering around for over a week with the last of her money, she returned to Pascal. His condition for her return was to get a job and support the both of them, and Mom had no choice but to accept. But no one helps her because they now know that it was what she got for lying to her husband and children.
Millie? Are you there? I just wanted to thank you for today. I know I've been keeping you waiting for a long time, but I just wanted to thank you for your patience and for agreeing to marry me.
No, Arnie, thank you so much. You have no idea how long I had been waiting for this. I was so happy when you got down on one knee for me and asked if I would marry you. I can't tell you how many times I had pictured you doing that exact same thing in my head.
I know, I can't believe that we're finally engaged now. We started dating when we were both 23 years old, and it's been 7 happy years together with you.
I know that this doesn't mean that things are going to be perfect between us from now on. I'm sure that there are going to be plenty of challenges that we'll have to go through from here on out. But I'm just happy that we'll be going through them together.
I know what you mean, Millie. I really am so happy about how things went.
I know. This was a perfect day, and I'm so grateful to have someone like you in my life, Arnie.
By the way, how exactly do you think we should go about making the announcement to my dad? And your dad, for that matter. I guess there's a lot of people we're going to have to make calls to now. And given that both of our dads work in the same company, they basically see each other every single day. Maybe we should just go see them at work and tell them both at the same time.
Yeah, I was also wondering about what the best way to go about doing that would be. But I think that might be a nice way to get 2 birds with 1 stone.
So, then you just want to go to their office tomorrow and we can tell them then?
I really think that any time would work for me. I don't think I have anything going on tomorrow. So as long as we find a time that works for all 4 of us, it shouldn't be a problem.
Great. In that case, I'll ask my dad when he thinks would be a good time to go over and be able to talk to the 2 of them at the same time. When he gets back to me, I'll let you know what he said, and we can decide our plan.
Sounds good to me. Thank you for doing that, Arnie. I appreciate you asking about that. Also, speaking of telling people about our engagement, have you put any thought into how we should go about telling your mom?
I've actually been trying specifically not to think about that, if I can be perfectly honest with you.
Well, it's not like I can't understand why. I mean, when we first started dating, she was always telling you to break up with me since my dad was a single father. I mean, we didn't even tell her that we were actually in a relationship until after your parents split up. But we were dating for a whole 4 years before that.
Yeah, I mean, I think my mom actually still isn't sure whether or not we're still dating. Although, judging from some of the things she says, I'm not sure she knows that we are. I think maybe she didn't really understand when we tried to tell her that we were dating because she was so wrapped up in the divorce and all that.
Right. Well, now that we've come this far, I wonder how she's going to react hearing that we are in fact dating each other right now. More than that, we've just gotten engaged. It's going to be a shock to her.
Yeah, I think you're right. We'll have to think of a way that we can tell her about it without giving her too much of a surprise.
Do you think something like that is even going to be possible?
Well, it's been about 4 years since her and my dad have gotten a divorce. And the last time that I talked to her was after that happened, to try and tell her we were still dating. But I haven't spoken with my mom since then. I mean, we're basically estranged if you think about it. To be perfectly honest, I was thinking that we really don't even have to invite her to the wedding if we don't want to. And I think my dad would probably agree with me on that one.
You really feel that way? Well, I guess you would know better than me since I've hardly interacted with her as well.
I know, that is one thing that I regret between us. I should have explained all of this more clearly to you. But I'm sure you can see why that was difficult for me after you met my mom.
Please don't beat yourself up about this at all, Arnie. I know that you were just thinking about my well-being and how I was going to interact with her. I really do appreciate you looking out for me.
Thank you for being so understanding. You don't know how lucky you make me feel to be with you. I really am so happy that we're engaged now. It really is like a dream come true, Millie.
I feel the exact same way. It's like I said, I know that we might have some challenges up ahead, but we'll get through them together.
I know that we will. Anyways, I'm going to talk to my dad and ask him what time he thinks we could go over to see him. I'll let you know what he says.
Sounds good to me. Thank you so much for doing that, Arnie.
Arnie, are you there? You've got some serious explaining to do, young man. I happened to hear from a friend of mine the other day that you were going to be getting married today. What is the matter with you, son? Why wouldn't you tell me, your own mother, that this was going to be happening? Why am I having to find out through the grapevine in the day before it's happening? Well, lucky for you, I know how to act fast. I've already found a place that's willing to rent me a dress, but unfortunately, I didn't have enough time to make an appointment at the hair salon. But I have no idea just what you're thinking, trying to hold a wedding without your own mother there. Whoever heard of that happening? Anyways, I'm on my way to the wedding right now, so I'll see you soon. Hello there. I take it that this is the phone number for Millie, yes? I really have to say, I am just shocked to see you here at my son's wedding. I mean, just what on earth do you think you're doing here, huh? I thought you and my son broke up years ago. I have no idea why in the world Arnie would invite an ex to his wedding. But I want you to know that you seem to be acting awfully close with my son. I just want you to know that you better not be thinking of trying to flirt with him or anything like that. Because I am not going to have some little girl who was only raised by her father hanging around my perfect little boy. I told you years ago that you both needed to break up. And I haven't changed how I feel about since then. Do you understand me? I realize that a lot has changed since my days when men were worried about the age of their wife or if they were divorced before. But this is too much. You need to quit stalking my son and realize that you've already lost him, okay? It's over. So just leave him alone and let him get married. So you thought you could just ignore the messages that I was sending you, huh? Well, I didn't go through the trouble of hunting down your number just to be ignored. Just remember that you forced me to take things into my own hands, got it?
I was wondering who it was that came up behind me, grabbed me by my collar, and started dragging me out of the venue. And lo and behold, when I turned around, it was you. I didn't even think that you were invited to the wedding in the first place, isn't that right?
You have no idea what you're talking about. I'm Arnie's mother, of course I'm invited. I just have a right to be here. But as for you, I want to know just what you think you're doing here. Don't you know that Arnie ended things with you a long time ago? I want to know what you're doing here.
What am I doing here? Did you seriously just ask me that? I think that I'm here for my wedding day, thank you very much.
What on earth are you talking about? You think that you're going to marry my son? You're just his creepy little stalker. You must really be crazy if you think that this wedding here today has anything to do with you. At all. Don't you realize that Arnie is here to get married to his real bride? You need to learn your place and leave him alone.
Learn my place? How's this for my place? You do know that I'm Arnie's boss, don't you?
What do you mean by that? His boss of what? What are you going on about now, you delusional woman?
Look, I am going to go back into that venue and I am going to get married. But you were never even invited here in the first place.
But that can't be right. I'm Arnie's mother. Of course I'm welcome to be here.
No, you're not. Arnie didn't invite you and you two haven't even spoken in years. Don't you get it?
What are you saying? That he's cut me out of his life or something like that?
Arnie, are you there? I think we have to talk about something really quickly.
Millie, I was wondering when I was going to hear from you. Are you okay? What happened? I was just stepping out to get some stuff from the car while helping to set up, and I noticed that my mom started sending me some messages. She said something about how she was going to force her way into the wedding if it was the last thing she does. Have you seen her around here?
Oh, I've done more than just see her. We had a little altercation, actually.
You mean you and her bumped into each other? That's crazy! What happened?
Well, after you stepped out, she barged her way into the building and grabbed me by my collar out of the venue. She grabbed my collar and my wrist, and I think she really hurt my right hand. Thankfully, I'm left-handed, but still, I'm not happy to be getting married after suffering an injury from your mom. But thankfully, one of the friends who was helping us decorate is a doctor, and he looked at it. He said it isn't serious, and it shouldn't cause any serious problems for us.
Got it. Well, that's really good to hear, but if my mom is here, then I'm going to try and find my dad so we can figure something out.
Please do. I'm sure this isn't going to be the last that you see of your mom today. So if you can handle her, that would be great.
Mom? What in the world do you think that you're doing here, huh? You've got some nerve showing your face around here.
Arnie, what a pleasant surprise. I was wondering when I was going to hear from you. What do you mean, what am I doing here? I'm your mom and I'm here for your wedding.
But you weren't even invited in the first place. You know that, right?
What do you mean by that? I thought that was some kind of mistake or something.
No, it wasn't a mistake at all. I didn't invite you to my wedding, and we haven't even talked in years. I didn't even send you a wedding announcement, much less an invitation. Just how did you even figure out this was happening today? And more importantly, just what made you think that you were entitled to be here when you weren't invited and we haven't talked in forever?
But Arnie, please, you're being unreasonable.
I'm being unreasonable? You attacked my bride at a wedding you weren't even invited to. Just go home already.
Now you listen to me, son. Like it or not, I am your mother and I belong here.
We don't even have any preparations for you to just show up like this.
How could you do this to me? I thought that you broke up with that sad little girl. I told you that you were not going to be marrying someone raised by a single father.
And just who cares if she was raised by her dad? Why does that matter to you at all?
Because there is no way that a single father would know how to raise a girl well. Not to mention the fact that it probably means the two of them are poor.
And you actually out of your mom mind? First of all, Millie's father is a doctor.
Wait, what? Millie's father is a doctor?
That's right. He's a doctor who actually is a partner in several different clinics around town.
Wait, so he's a doctor and an entrepreneur.
Why are you pretending like you didn't know any of this? I know for a fact that I told you all of this when I first told you that Millie and I were dating.
Did you really tell me? I guess that I just don't remember is all.
Well, I did say so.
But I don't remember that. You can't be mad at me for that.
I don't know what I'm going to do with you, Mom. You're just such a prejudiced, judgmental person, and you never listen to anyone. Now look, Millie and I are going to be getting married tomorrow, and nothing is going to change that.
Arnie, don't you realize what you're doing?
Much better than you do, Mom. Much better than you do. Now do not interrupt our wedding again, or else.
Millie, are you there? We have seriously got to talk about something right now. I didn't believe you when you said it about Arnie, but are you really his boss? But more importantly than that, I was asking around and found out that you're my husband's boss as well?
Well, you two got a divorce 4 years ago, so I'm not sure if he's your husband anymore.
I didn't ask your thoughts about my relationship status. Just answer the questions. I didn't even know that he was even working for the same company that you were. So I want you to tell me why he's working with you and why he's working under you. Answer me right now!
Well, if you really must know, your husband's company went bankrupt 2 years ago.
Wait, you're telling me that my ex-husband's company went bankrupt 2 years ago?
That's literally what I just typed, yes. Anyways, I heard about that from Arnie, and there just happened to be some openings in my company. So, I put in a good word for him, he went through the hiring process, and in the end he was placed in my department where I'm the supervisor. So yeah, I was able to give him a strong recommendation, and because I knew his skills, I knew that he would be a good fit for my department.
So that's it. It all makes sense now.
Sorry, what makes sense? I don't really trust that you know anything at all of what's going on.
I mean that in the background, it was always you.
Sorry, was that me? Literally, what are you talking about this time?
I mean that on the day of your wedding, when I dragged out of the venue, I told my husband that I wanted to be with him again. I told him that the only reason I said that Arnie couldn't marry you was because I was thinking about his happiness. I thought that if my ex knew that I was only thinking of our son, that he would take me back. But he said no. He said that he would never, ever marry me again. He told me that you attacked his boss and marrying you would ruin his career. I had no idea what he was talking about until I put it together that he had to be referring to you. So, this is all your fault. This is all part of your plan to ruin my life.
I'm sorry, but I was never doing anything like that, and I don't care about who you marry. You and your husband divorced for your own reasons. And from what I hear, it mostly had to do with you spending all the money your ex made. You were so greedy and selfish that he realized he just couldn't be with you anymore.
How dare you say that to me? You don't know what you're talking about. You need to learn some respect.
I really don't. In fact, this whole conversation is just silly. The next time you hear from it, it will be through my lawyer talking about our lawsuit.
You're going to be suing me? For what?
For breaking into a wedding that you weren't invited to and spraining my wrist. Now, goodbye. Apparently, Danny's selfishness and poor spending habits only worsened after her divorce. I found out later that she was swimming in debt from all of this. I think her approaching her husband was an attempt to find someone to pay her debts. She thought that if she could protect her son from his stalker, that he might take her back. It's just too bad she didn't realize that that stalker was her son's fiancé and ex's boss. The lawsuit proceeded, and Danny was forced to pay for my injuries as well as the fee for the trespassing. I told her that I wouldn't cancel her legal fees if she agreed to sign a restraining order, and Danny realized she had no choice but to agree if she didn't want to go deeper into debt. She was also banned from contacting me ever again, while Arnie blocked her on every medium he could think of. Things are back to business as usual, however, except that now Arnie and I are happily married.